murdering, D&D, murder hobos. Or better yet, consequences in your role-playing game. Dwarven wisdom and rage. Do you have murder hobos in your game? Are players running rampant? Are they killing all your NPCs? Don't blame the players. Blame yourself. You have failed to implement consequences. In your game, adventure, or campaign, for every character action, there must be a dungeon master reaction. A character purchases an item, they must pay for it. The party rests, they heal and regain spells. Characters kill a dragon, they gain treasure. So, if they kill an NPC, they must face the consequences. Consequences should be based on the type of crime it was committed and in the type of culture the crime was committed in. For example, how would a Dwarven king punish a traitor? How would an elven society punish a murderer? Or how would an orc clan, punish a thief? Or would they even punish it? You may have heard of the quote, an eye for an eye. This comes from Hammurabi's code. It was written in Babylon, and it is over 3,000 years old. It is one of the oldest codes written. Now you might think it's a simple code, an eye for an eye, but it actually wasn't so. If you were a noble or a higher ranking individual and you took my eye out and I was a peasant, I could not take your eye out. Because you were higher standing, you just had to pay a fine. Now, if we were both peasants, then yes, an eye for an eye did apply. Don't you think it's interesting? After 3,000 years, the law still works kind of the same way. If you have a higher standing or socioeconomic level, the law does not apply in the same way as it applies to someone of a lower standing or lower socioeconomic level. Just a thought. Now, if you're gonna implement consequences, two simple principles must be used. The first principle You must inform the players, or the party, or the characters that there will be consequences. Now, you can do this in multiple ways. You can inform the players during a session 0. That is, if you conduct a session 0. Now, one of my favorite ways is not to inform the players, but to inform the characters. You may wonder, how do I do that? Well, when the party enters a town or a village, they will see that there's a gathering at the plaza or central market area. And there, somebody's being punished. And so, they will learn that that individual committed a crime and is being punished because of it. Now, what is important is that I let the characters know that that individual being punished was also an adventurer. So hopefully they'll get the hint that you should behave in this town. On to the second principle. Characters must pay for their actions. This is very important. Do not let the thought of culpability, fear, guilt stop you. Characters must always pay for their actions. I learned many years ago that if you allow a character to get away with criminal acts or misbehavior, they will continue doing so. And this will eventually break your game. Or at the very least, your players will stop having fun. Or more importantly, you, the dungeon master, will stop having fun. Nowadays, I see so much talk about players having fun and that they have to have fun and so and so. But I see very little about how the dungeon master also needs to have fun, also should have fun. We will deal and discuss that in another video. So remember, if a character breaks the law, and of course, if they're caught, they must pay for their actions. Do you agree or disagree? What consequences have you used in your game? Share your wisdom in the comment section. But remember, be honorable, be respectful. Subscribe, hammer the bell, share.